Paul McCartney and John Lennon's relationship virtually collapsed when the Beatles broke up. While they got on better terms before Lennon's death, their friendship never reached the place where it had been in the early 1960s. McCartney shared a trait of Lennon's that he did not like. While in the Beatles, McCartney said he was more polite and accommodating than his bandmates. He admitted he sometimes wondered why he didn't put forward a tougher image, but he didn't think it was bad that he tried to get along with everyone. Okay, in the normal day-to-day life, a lot of polished talk goes on. You don't love everyone you meet, but you try and get on with people. You don't try and put them uptight. Most people don't anyway, he told Rolling Stone in 1974. So to me, that's always been the way. He thought it was better to be tactful than to bludgeon with words like John Lennon did. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Why should I go around slugging people, he asked. I really didn't like all that John did, but I'm sure that he doesn't now. While McCartney said he hadn't spoken to Lennon about some of the disparaging remarks he made about him in the media, he felt confident that Lennon hadn't meant all of it. I know John, and I know that most of it was just something to tell the newspapers, McCartney said. He was in that mood then, and he wanted all that to be said. I think, now, whilst he probably doesn't regret it, he didn't mean every single syllable of it. I mean, he came out with all stuff like I'm like Engelbert Humperdinck. I know he doesn't really think that. McCartney said he resisted hitting back at Lennon. In the press, they really wanted me to come out and slam John back, and I used to get pissed at the guys coming up to me and saying, "This is the latest thing John said, and what's your answer?" And I'd say, well, don't really have much of an answer. He's got a right to say, really limp things I'd answer, he said. But I believe keep cool and that sort of thing, and it passes over. I don't believe if someone kind of punches you over, you have to go kind of thumping him back to prove you're a man and that kind of thing. I think actually you do win that way in the end, While McCartney said he didn't think Lennon meant all he said, his words still stung. I hated it. You can imagine, I sat down and pored over every little paragraph, every little sentence, McCartney said. Does he really think that of me? I thought. And at the time I thought, it's me. I am. That's just what I'm like. He's captured me so well. I'm a turd, I sat down and really thought, I'm just nothing. He said he needed reassurance from his friends and family to remind himself that he wasn't as Lennon painted him in the press.